Hello, everybody. I wanted to. I Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's why I look like what I look like right now. We. Oh, it's hard to say. We lost my dog this afternoon, and we still don't know where he is. um. Oh my word, that is very loud. So, uh, so so I look like this. There were a couple of things that went through my mind today where I was like, maybe I just don't do it. Maybe I just don't do the live. And then also, when I decided I was going to do it anyway, because you still show up. You still show up. These are points to be made, and what we're going to be talking about here in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so is how to create a group that can go from 0 to 5,000 in 4 months. You guys, you create that group by being like this, by being transparent, by being authentic, by being who you really are, and showing up in all of the crud. You still show up. And the reason why, you guys, we're just going to talk through this. The reason why, you guys, is because we're not the only ones dealing with crud. That's how you create a community. You make it okay to be like this. And then it's okay for other people too. My heart is 100% broken right now. But what we're doing is Mike is out looking for him. We've talked to the police. We've talked to, we've shared the posts. We've done all the things that we can do. So now what we do is we hand it over to God, right? Now what we do is whatever is supposed to happen, if it's God's will, let it happen. If he miraculously shows up at our back porch, then praise God, right? If it's something else, then also praise God, right? We don't always understand why things happen. There's always a good reason. Always a good reason. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring it around full circle here. First of all, if you're watching this on YouTube, should have said this earlier. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're a Young Living builder and you want to see me cry sometimes, then go into the Gold Getters group, okay? It's where we talk about building our Young Living businesses from our hearts, and being exactly who we are and not doing any sort of weird fluffy stuff that doesn't feel in alignment with ourselves and with our souls, right? If you're in Gold Getters, do me a favor and subscribe. Do yourself a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'll have the links for both of those in the comments. Okay, you guys, subscribe to that because there's going to be videos on there all the time. Some of the videos are also in the Gold Getters group. Some are just on YouTube. Subscribe, click the bell to get notifications, and you'll always be the first to know what's going on there. So, the first lesson, the first part of this lesson today, you guys, is to be authentic. So, and I know that you guys are probably watching this like, okay, well, I can be authentic, but what does that actually mean? And you also, if you've watched me at all, know that I don't do fluff and I don't do like just... we're going to talk about doing the things, all right? I'm not just going to say be authentic and, everybody's going to come to you. I mean, kind of, but there's also a strategy behind it too, right? So, excuse me. So here are the points. So if you have a pen and paper, grab them, or if you don't, grab them, whatever, get your stuff that you can write on right now. The very first thing with a group is, first of all, what your group is about is very, very important, okay? Because we need to have it be a very specific group for a specific purpose. So if you look at my Gold Getters group, obviously we're here for a very specific purpose. We're here to grow our business in Young Living, and we're not finding success or not necessarily liking what we're seeing that's already out there. And then you come in here and then you're like, ooh, there's all of this, and so that's how that goes. But that's the purpose of my group. So what is the purpose of the group? First of all, you can't just start a group and then bring a bunch of people into it. It needs to be very, very purposeful. If you're in Gold Getters, or if you are a builder in Young Living and you do not yet have Go for Gold or Golden Six, you need to get that, because it's going to show you how to find your purpose. And then it's going to show you so much more beyond that on how to get leads to become members of Young Living under you, right? And it's all about you, and it's great. So you need to know the purpose of the group. After that, you need a start here post, okay? So a start here post is going to be the post that's going to be at the top of the group. It's going to basically sort of give people the idea of where they can find other things in relationship to what you're talking about in the group, okay? So my air just came on. I usually turn that off. I'm all discombobulated. So the start here post, it can either be a video or it can be copy. I am a big fan. I know a lot of people out there like start here videos, and I've done them. I'm a big fan of it being writing and copy, because then you can put in your links, like if maybe your group is, a lead group to joining Young Living or something. Then you can say, well, here are your links to get these different things, right? And you can keep them as engaged with you as possible, right? So the start here post is really, really great for people understanding what the group is about and how they can move forward. Because the entire purpose of a group is to give people what they're looking for, but then also show them that there's more if they want to go down that path. Okay, you guys? So now let's talk about the beginning of a group, because whenever people are creating a group, the beginning part is the most difficult part, because you're sitting there, right, with like 5 people in your group, and you're like, oh, what do I do here? What do we do, right? Like, what are we supposed to be doing in here? So what you do in the beginning is you don't just invite everybody that you know, right? You don't just do that. What you do is you attract people to your group. Okay. So for my group that went from 0 to 5,000 in 4 months, which is Gold Getters, that group, I created a challenge that gave massive, massive value. So my 90 days to silver is a 90-day challenge. And it had 90 days of posts. It had 90 days of videos. It has they're IPAs and action items, and like real legit IPAs, right? Not like fuzzy IPAs, but ones that actually increase your revenue. That's what they're for. So what you need is something to attract people to that group, right? So when I say do a challenge, I feel like a lot of people, they think, okay, well, I'll do this challenge. And it's kind of like this little side challenge. And it's okay for it to be a little side challenge. But here's the deal, is even when things are free, you have to bring it with the value, you guys. You have to really give people what they're looking for. So the purpose of your group, they need to be able to get what they're looking for, or they're not going to care about anything else that is further down the road. It's really like none of that the stuff ever even matters if that stuff in the free group doesn't deliver on what people are looking for, okay? But when you do those free challenges and such, then you can talk about them in social media. People come and ask to join the challenge. Awesome, let me pop you into my free group. Ba ba ba. Now you've got people in your group. Okay. And then it starts snowballing. People invite other people and things like that, but they'll only do it, you guys, if it has been valuable, if it has actually changed their life in a way that they wanted it to change, okay? So that's very, very important. Do not phone it in. If you guys knew how many hours I spent, well, that I spend on all of this stuff, but how many hours I spent on the 90 days to silver challenge, like between the writing of the post, making sure they were going up on time, and then doing the videos and all of the stuff. If you knew how many hours went into that, you would be like, man, that is a lot. But you guys, it needs to be a lot. Do not phone it in. Every single person on the honkin' internet right now is phoning it in on their stuff that can be attracting people. So the people get attracted to this thing, and then they're like, man, that's not really that big of it. I don't really care about this. And then they forget about your group. Okay? It needs to be big. Make it big. Okay? And that is your challenge. Sorry, you guys, I have a runny nose. How to decide on a challenge. I have that. Really, you guys, you need Go for Gold. Go into Go for Gold. Or Golden 6. It's the same thing, you guys. The link is under the video, or will be shortly if it's not yet. Go into that. We go into all of that. Okay? Like, we go into all of this stuff. This is the world you've been hoping to learn about, and I just bring it. And Get Oiling brings it. We joined forces. Another important thing to do in a group that you're looking to grow, another important thing to do is your welcome posts. So every 50 people that join your group, whenever it goes over 50, you can't tag more than 50 people on a post. So that's why I always make sure it's before 50. But for every 50 people, you welcome them. And then whenever you welcome them, in that post where you're welcoming them, it's not just rules about the group and whatever, like that kind of stuff. It's like, here's what you can expect here. Here's what you can get excited about here. And also, here is a discount or a promotion that I'll give to you for the next 48 hours. You guys, it needs to be time bound. Urgency, sense of urgency. If you do not have something time bound with a sense of urgency, people will think, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. How many of us have done it? I do it all the time. All the time. Because people don't use sense of urgency with me, and I'm like, I got stuff I'm doing. So I'll do that tomorrow. There's a lot of things I'll do tomorrow, and I don't even remember one of them. So that's the thing. So you need to have a sense of urgency for what you're offering, okay, you guys? And that's some sort of discount or promotion that you're offering, okay? The reason that we do the sense of urgency, not only to get them to like take action, but it's because what we have, you wouldn't be here if what you had didn't have massive value, right? And you didn't believe in it, and you didn't know that it's going to change people's lives. You wouldn't even be here listening to me right now if that were the case. You know that. So what you have to do in order to get people to take action is simply just what you have to do. Okay? We're getting people to take the steps that we know are going to serve them. Okay? Without being spammy and weird and whatever, we're getting them to take the next step that is going to change their lives. That's what we're doing, okay? Another thing is to ask open-ended questions, okay? And to build a community. So you're asking open-ended questions in the group so people can start vibing off of each other, and people are building relationships. How many people have made friends in here? I've made thousands of friends now, right? Like in Gold Getters. This is a community, and it's a family, right? And that's what we're building here. So ask open-ended questions that are meaningful and thoughtful questions to get people, like I said, vibing off of each other, okay? And then the last thing, and it's so funny. So funny that I wrote it down this morning. Share from your own life. You share the good, you share the challenges, you share what might just be so heartbreaking for you. But you guys, whenever we share like this, people can show up and be blessings to you, right? They can't do that if you don't share your issues and share your problems. I'm not saying to share everything on your Facebook personal page, but in your group, in your communities, like in Gold Getters, we share what's going on. It's how we can support each other. So you need to share who you are, because you're not pretending to be this plastic person that always has it together and yada yada yada. That is not real. It is not real. We have to stop being fake, you guys. We have to stop. We cannot love on each other if we can't see each other. Okay? God, let me just cry through it and tell you to stop. The facade is not what people are looking for. They are not looking for the perfect person. They are looking for authenticity. They are looking for you to be real. They are looking to connect with somebody. We all just want to connect. Am I right? That's how you build a group. That's how you do it. It's not anything more difficult than that. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time.